What's good on you guys? Coaster here, just talking about the game hockey. I know there's the draft that just happened, but a playoff game gets a little bit more priority if possible. So, and especially if I'm able to see it. So, first of all, just talking about the game one, pretty forgettable. They scored a touchdown, yada yada yada, 7-0. If anything, at least that was game one. Usually at a game one, that's the least important of a 7-game series. You could kind of forget things and just don't get injured. That's all that mattered. Then, Evander Kane gets suspended for this one for a hit. We could argue that all we want, but hey, it was a crazy hit, so I understand the call there to suspend him. So we move into game two, and we're already down 2-0, and we thought, oh, okay, I guess Vegas is not going to allow a goal ever. And then finally they break through the second period, and they score 3, so I'm very thankful that this team showed up in the second. That was a very enjoyable one, especially with Brent Burns, but defensively he's still a liability. That's the big problem I have. And then in the third, they kind of sat on it, and then they had a soft goal, but you know what? They were lucky to not concede. That's what got it to overtime. Really, Martin Jones had to be big in the third period. And then in the overtime, the Sharks actually started out really well. They just didn't bury the shots. And Vegas had that chance. There was the call that was interference. I don't think there's too much doubt over that. The arm contact was very clear, so I think they got the call right. Plus, once again, there was not much debating over that unless you're a biased Vegas fan. I think, once again, though, the second they weren't really showing much life after the first 5 minutes or so of that first overtime. So they were lucky also to not concede. You go tied once again to second overtime, and all the momentum is gone. So the Sharks come into the second overtime. They get 2 power plays. And that first one, I thought they were going to score on that, and then Brent Burns misses an open net. But they draw another penalty, and what do you know? Kevin Labanc goes to Logan Couture. Boom. Easy goal. Very well executed pass. I thought the team looked really good, especially Donskoy on that one shift coming into that. The second overtime, they looked a lot more dominant. So, the goal was deserved. Really, this should shut up any conspiracies saying that everything's rigged in favor of Vegas. I don't want to hear the rigged card because, once again, they disallowed the goal, and they also called some power plays in favor of the Sharks, which I think were the right calls. So I think the officiating tonight, we could actually agree they got it right. Not too much question over it. So, are they inconsistent? Yes, there are some inconsistencies. That's always the scary part. But you know what? It's 1-1. All losses and wins count the same when you got more goals than the other. So, when they lost 7-0, I got over that real fast. I think most Sharks fans did, unless you were in the building. Then it would have sucked. But so far, so good. Tied 1 apiece. They finally had Vegas a playoff loss. They actually hadn't lost the game coming into this, so let's hopefully he can continue the momentum. I like what I saw there, and there's potential. So there's going to be a lot of work to do, but so far it's 1-1 apiece. I'll have Raiders draft thoughts a little later. I got to do my research. I'm not going to just make something on the whim. So let me know what y'all thought about this game, and happy that the Sharks got the win.